Welcome, Light Warriors. So happy to see all of you, the familiar faces and a lot of new names and faces as well. Glad to see you on this Sunday. As we've seen in the chat, we are all over the world once again. It's so amazing to hear that, to see and feel that. Thank you very much for being here. My name is Wouter. I'm your tech host for today. So if you have any difficulties, send me a direct message and I'll sort you out as soon as possible. And for the start of today's session, I will hand it over to our beautiful host, Inken.
Thank you very much, Wouter. Yeah, happy Sunday, everyone. The Light Warrior Collective is really grateful to have you with us today. My name is Inken, and I'm one of your hosts of the Light Warrior Collective. I see a lot of familiar faces that have been with us a long time, and we are very grateful for that, guys. And we are always excited to see new faces in our beautiful community. And for those of you that are new to us, I would like that you know that this is a very safe space. And our mission is really to raise your vibration, to empower you, and to inspire you to do every Sunday a bit of self-care for yourself through the power of guided meditations and mindfulness practices. So we record each session. Even if you're not able to make it, we have a beautiful YouTube channel with plenty of amazing sessions that we have been recording over the last 2 years, and we are very proud of that. So whenever you miss a session or you need an extra portion of self-care, just check out our YouTube channel as it's a beautiful source of empowerment for you guys. That just as an intro, and I'm really grateful for our master Trent taking the lead again, creating another beautiful session. Each of his sessions is very beautiful and unique and very powerful. I enjoy them very, very much. And he's our famous master Trent, and a lot of you love him for what he's doing for our community. So I think today's session, the Imagination Mastery is a beautiful title, a powerful title that I think we are all looking forward to. So I hand it over to you, Trent. Let's get it started. We're all yours, and I can't wait.
Thank you, Inken, and thanks everybody for coming today. I'm really grateful to be here. I'm really grateful to share this with you. Today's a little bit different than maybe some of our normal settings or the normal meditations that I lead here. Today we're going to be doing interactive activities. So it'll be kind of back and forth a little bit. So at the beginning, I'm going to frame it. We'll do some writing activities. And then at the end, we're going to put it all together with the guided meditation. So let me pull up my Prezo here. We'll jump right into it. There we go. So that's what I do. Okay, so once upon a time, there was this young blonde guy that moved to Austin, Texas, and actually, this is the after picture, but this is the only one I could find from this era. But that's me. Okay, this is me right out of college. I'm the guy standing up in the gray with the sleeveless shirt, if it helps. But I started off, I was working in gyms. I had a vision to become a personal trainer. I thought that'd be the coolest job that you could do. You know, before that, right out of school, I got a job like working at computers, and that was pretty cool. But I thought, you know, what if I could work out all day? Wouldn't that be a nice thing to do? And I always thought I thought like transformation was such a fascinating thing to see before and afters and to see how people change. I've always thought that was such an interesting thing. So I moved to Austin and I worked my way up. I didn't even have a certification, but I started working at the desk at the gym. And then about a couple months later, I started training and, you know, slowly starting at 1, 2, 3 clients and then building up to where I was full. So just like the first point says, you know, I was working, you know, 4-hour shifts twice a day. And also because, you know, if you're trying to sell the product of being fit, you need to look fit as well. So I would be working out 1.5 hours, you know, plus being on my feet 8 hours a day. So my days were like 8 to 8 every day, you know, just busy, and I was maxing out. So it was good. I was having success, you know, and had people coming for my help, but I was maxed out. And the more successful that I became, the more work that I had to do. So I don't know if anybody here relates to that, you know, feeling that, yeah, you're a victim of your own success in some ways. You're already busy. How are you going to take the next step? How are you going to move up or move to the next level? So I felt stuck. You know, I'd reached my limit and ceiling. And, you know, I was saying, wow, I really hope they promote me. You know, my numbers are good. I hope I get a promotion. And I was thinking very linearly. I was thinking, okay, if I can either put in more time or I can get promoted. But that's time based, right? I'm waiting on somebody else. I'm waiting on time. So what happened around this time is I started really, really, really getting into meditation. And beyond just meditation, I read books like Neville Goddard, his work, like Feeling is the Secret. I read things like, who's the other one I was going to reference? Psycho-Cybernetics was a very influential book. And I would do these exercises. So I'd have my routine where I was like working, you know, on my feet 8-10 hours a day. And then any time, maybe before work, after work, lunch break, I would start to do those exercises like I read in Psycho-Cybernetics. So I was applying this controlled imagination and just really living in this next phase while I was in the hamster wheel, okay? And what happened was, and you can see this in the after picture, I started taking quantum leaps. So I started saying, well, why am I just, you know, one person per hour? Why don't I train entire groups? And I started having ideas like that. And then because I was imagining them, I was able to execute very effectively. And so here's me training. You can only see 3 in the pictures, but like at some point I was training entire sororities or entire groups of friends or groups of people that were together. So I went from training one person an hour to training 20 people an hour. And so my income more or less doubled and I worked less time. Now, how many of you guys would like to double your income, right? Or work less? Sound good? All right, so let's get into how to do this. So there's 2 quotes I think are very pertinent to today's discussion. And the first one's from Neville. I want to read it slowly and I want you to really grasp what he's saying here. He says, there's nothing more important than developing your imagination to transform your life from the inside world of your thoughts and feelings to the outside world of your results and manifestations. So the Trent before, who was working hard, sprinting on the hamster wheel, wasn't doing the inner work. He wasn't taking the time each day to really transform those inner feelings and thoughts to this next level Trent that's training 20 people per hour, right? So that Trent was the one that was stuck. That was effort, logic, linear, right? And then from going to this energy shift, which ties into our next quote, Tesla says, you know, the universe, you know, see it in terms of energy, of frequency, of vibration. Doing this inner work is shifting the energy, frequency, and vibration. And then therefore, just like in the first quote, the outside world sees the results and the manifestations of that inner work. So today's intention is to get you on the road to success. I know a lot of you guys are already very successful, but I think everybody here has an area or a subject that we could improve on, right? I mean, maybe we're great at money, but maybe we need improvement in relationships. Maybe we're great at fitness, but we need improvements in something else, right? So it's finding where that is for you, and you can apply this today. So I want you to be able to walk away here with a deliberate imagination practice aimed at your fondest dreams, helping you get unstuck and stepping into a life of more passion and purpose. So step number 1, slowing down and the art of relaxing. So later on, I'm going to guide you in your own customized imagination practice, okay? And the first thing when you're doing this on your own, and also today, is you've got to relax. It's so easy to get into, while you're on the hamster wheel or while you're running around, to get into that same mode when you close your eyes, okay? But unless you stop and you switch from stress and go mode, if you have to flip that switch and turn it off, otherwise you're not gonna get the benefits. You're not gonna be able to switch into alpha brain waves. You're not gonna be able to switch your gears, okay, to rest and digest, all right? So that's what happens to a lot of people. I think they try this before, they say, well, it doesn't work. Well, did you slow down? Did you did you switch gears in such a way that you felt your body really release and really let go to where you're more of this empty, clear space? Okay. One way that you can do this to check and see how you're doing, I move my camera just a little bit, is have a hand on both your chest and your stomach. And what you want to do is to know that you're breathing from your diaphragm and to really intentionally slow down is see which hand moves first when you take a breath in. And when I started doing this, every time, right? It was this every time. But you'll know is with practice, you can have your belly come out and in and just move from the belly first. Okay. So that's, I know people here are on different levels and different experiences, but that's somewhere to start if you haven't thought about breathing yet. Another thing that you can do is intentionally relax the muscles from head to toe. So I'll guide you in that today, but in your practice of applying this on your own, you can go through starting at your scalp and moving down and just intentionally relaxing. Say, hey, this is time for me to relax. I don't have to be the boss right now. I don't have to be mom, dad, right? Or whatever it is where you feel like you have to have your claws in and in control. It's like, okay, this 5 minutes is 15 minutes, whatever you're able to set aside, this is a relaxation time. And then the last point, let me just emphasize this. You have to relax into your vision, okay? Or relax into this new feeling or this new state. You can't effort it. You can't try harder. You can't force yourself into it. It's relaxing into it. And that's a huge, huge point to making this work. So here's the exercise now for all of us with the pen and paper. Once you relax, you want to live in the end. And so a way to think about this is almost like a TikTok video or some of these short social media clips that you see now. You don't necessarily want to script or create a long, big detailed movie, but you want to have a scene that implies that you've fulfilled your desire. So you want to have a scene that implies that you are it or you have it. When I say it, I mean this is your major chief aim. This is your goal. I would make it meta personally. I would say something that allows you to already have the other things, right? So if there's certain things that are contingent on, if you want to manifest certain things, but they're contingent on other things, if you have a meta one where you're already in the end result, that's a good place to start with this. So what you want to do right now, I'll give you a few minutes. You want to write down what that scene is, right? So you may want to start with your chief definite aim and then say, okay, what is a scene? What is a scene that implies that I already have this? So perfect example, if your main aim right now is to move into a new house, you're ready to move in, to the dream house. Maybe you're close enough to where that's, something that you could do. What you can do is already see yourself living in that house, and maybe you're waking up with your spouse, right? That's the scene, is waking up saying good morning, and you're in that new house, and that's it, right? Something real short and simple like that. Or if you're trying to, for instance, like we did a few years ago, we did a battle of the bands here in Texas. And one of the things that we did as a group is we had visualized having the trophy of winning Battle of the Bands. We did win the fan favorite award. And that was from that vision, right? Seeing it every day, holding that trophy and celebrating, with the other guy. So it's a very short scene, but it's a way that all of that is implied with it. So you want to write down all the senses. What are you hearing? What are the sights? What are you seeing? Are you touching? Are you tactile in some way? Are you touching the trophy? Are you touching the house, the comfortable bed sheets? Are you tasting something or smelling something? I know those are a little bit more challenging, but maybe, right, if your dream's to be a chef, you're smelling the food, right? You're smelling the kitchen food. Most importantly, according to Neville, he says, feeling is the main secret though. So in addition to this small scene, you want to think about what are the words that articulate your emotional state. So in other words, like winning Battle of the Bands, the words that articulate that are excited, right? We felt excited. We felt congratulatory. That was a word that described the atmosphere. Happy, excited, and really get some detailed words in there. So I'll talk a little bit less now, shut up for a minute, let you guys write. So if you're having any challenge coming up with something, you could even be a little bit more general and think about the emotional states that you want to embody in your future. How do you want your future to feel? I'll give you just another minute or so. So again, today, try to get the skeleton. You don't have to get it all perfect. Get some major feeling points is the main thing, though. Make sure you have at least three words that articulate your future emotional state, and anything else is bonus. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. I'll give you guys a chance to ask questions and review in just a moment, but this is going to add on to it. So let's go to the very next step. So the next thing is that you want to think about who you are in that scene. Okay, so here's a great example. Like if you're thinking about being a world-class speaker, maybe you need to be a lot more confident to be able to be on stage and to be shining, right? So something that you may want to work on is being more confident or being more articulate. So for instance, the qualities of a world-class speaker, if that's your in scene, is I'm confident, I'm articulate and inspirational. So whatever your end scene is, think about the qualities that you would need to be to manifest that, to be that person in that scene. And write some of those down. So take a minute, think about, okay, who do I need to be? I am. And again, feeling qualities are great. Just dig into that for a minute. another example is with my personal training clients. They had to become healthy people, right? So if they've lived a life where they were struggling with weight or something like that, the internal change that they had to become, in addition to the linear work that they had to do, was to become healthy people with healthy habits. So that's something you say, I'm a healthy person. I'm fit, I'm active, I eat well, right? Like if that's your goal, that you can tailor it like that. Okay, just another few moments. Don't overthink it, guys. Mostly focus on the feeling qualities. Okay, so now again, we're getting the overview. We're about to put all this together. So how do you apply this? So now you've got a scene, now you've got some qualities. How are you actually going to be successful with it? Well, you have to do it. You have to be persistent. You have to make it a habit. And so one of the things that I like to do and approach is the habit stacking way. Shout out to James Clear of the book for putting that word out there. But you know, you have habits that you already do. Maybe you already have a meditation practice. So your trigger to do this could be right at the end of your meditation practice. Or maybe, hopefully, everybody brushes their teeth here. So after you brush your teeth, you can say, I'm going to do it every day after I brush my teeth, morning and night, right? Or maybe every day coffee. Coffee could be your trigger, right? And so every time you do that thing, that's going to be when you do that. So now take a moment and just, you know, real quick, if there's any time that you know right off the top of your head, any habit that you already have that you can stack, why don't you go ahead and write that down? So now you know that this next week and forward, you're going to be able to apply this in your life. Okay, so that's all of the pieces of it. So the next thing we're going to do is I'll do a guided practice so you can do it right now and apply what you just wrote and what you just were thinking about. But before we do, I'll give a chance for anybody that wants to have any questions or feedback. Now would be a good time for that. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of water drinkers, so I think maybe the guys are just taking a break. Thumbs up if you're following along. Thumbs up if this all makes sense and you're ready to move on. Okay, I've got one thumbs up. Scroll, 2, 3. Okay, I'm seeing more thumbs up. Good. All right. Okay, so now, oh, I'm sorry, Anna, I believe, raised her hand.
Yes, I wanted to ask you, when you were doing the quantum jump, what was the thing that you were bringing back? It was visual, it was emotional, it was by vibration. What was the thing that you were bringing when you were doing the visualization?
Okay, so what I was doing specifically was seeing myself and feeling myself already training bigger groups. So even before that, though, it was getting into just an expanded space to where I wasn't just thinking, okay, I'm stuck, let me get that promotion, or okay, let me get more clients. It was meditating in general, right? Like we do on several other sessions, you know, it's okay, let me expand my awareness and things like that. That helped me to think bigger. And then once I was thinking bigger and I could grab some of these ideas, it was going into those specific ideas and living in it, living in the end, just like describing, living in the scene. And what I'm coming back with is that feeling. So I'm already living it. I'm already training 30 people. How do I feel? Okay, I'm feeling the confidence. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling, right, you know, I'm going into the rich feelings of it. And then to where I was just practicing that every day, just like an actor in a play.
That looked like expanding your thoughts into the possibilities on that way. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other questions before we move on? Does everybody feel good about what they wrote? Everybody excited about their manifestation or their future?
I have a
can see
question.
your
I
flip.
couldn't see how to
I'm
raise
sorry.
my hand.
Okay, go ahead. I just thought I heard two people at once, so but go ahead.
Yeah, so Francesca here. While I was envisioning, something came in the way, so I'm a little worried. I'm envisioning a holiday, a romantic getaway, but I'm also envisioning having lots of money, which I don't have right now. So I wondered about that because I wrote it down. It just came, and so how do I deal with such a situation, if I may ask?
No, so that's a great question, and it's, you want to make it even more general if you're having blocks. So if money is excuse me, if money is a block, then you can focus on the holiday, because somebody could gift you with tickets to the hotel or plane tickets or something. Like there's an unlimited way that it could happen. So if you're kind of going to money and saying, okay, I'm a little bit blocked there, well then make it more about that end scene and the feeling and less about the money. And then you do energy work. We've got other sessions and things like that about blocks. I mean, there's all sorts of things about dealing with that. But again, for the sake of today and this exercise, I would just say, where are you feeling good feelings come up? Focus on that so you can generate more of those good feelings and let the how unveil itself as you go.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Okay, last chance for questions, comments. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into a guided meditation, but it's really more of this imagination practice than a standard meditation. So look at your thing one more time, look at what you wrote down. You want to be able to take it all in before you go in. So you want to know, okay, what is the scene? What are the feeling qualities most importantly? Because that's what you're going to be tuning into. And then once you open your eyes, we can do the mantra that you came up with, the I, or the affirmation, the I am statement. Okay. All right. So let me turn off my screen to focus. I'm going to share sound. Here we go. Okay, so get comfortable. Now you want to sit back, you want to start slowing down. Finding a comfortable space. Make sure your spine is straight. Go ahead and take a deep breath. And out your mouth. Let it go. You can begin to consciously relax your body. So starting at the scalp, relax your scalp. Relax your face. Relax your eyes, the space around your eyes. If you haven't closed your eyes yet, you can go ahead and let your eyes drop and become more relaxed, more present. Relaxing your jaw, all other muscles in your face. Letting the relaxation flow down your neck. Relaxing your shoulders. Let your shoulders drop and let the relaxation flow down your arms into your fingertips. Breathing deep, relaxing your chest, stomach, back, becoming more calm. Relaxing your hips. Beginning to breathe deeper, noticing the breath is coming to your belly. Letting the relaxation flow down your legs. Into your knees, into your calves. Consciously relaxing your feet. And now you can breathe with your entire body. Take a deep breath in with your entire body, and you can squeeze all the muscles in your body and let go as you become more relaxed, more present, more expanded. So now I'll walk you down every number, relaxing even more. You can imagine walking down a stairway that leads further into your interworld. 1, relaxing with every number. 2, 3, going deeper. 4, deeper into yourself. 5, more comfortable, more relaxed. 6, 7, feeling great. 8, 9, and 10. So now you can watch yourself walking into a movie theater. Imagine walking into a movie theater, going and finding the most comfortable seat and sitting down. What you want to do now is that scene that you pictured, that you wrote down, you want to allow that to become the picture on the movie screen. So you're viewing it as an observer from the third person. Allow yourself to see this end scene, this already being seen. Notice the details, notice the senses. How does it feel to watch this, to witness this? Take it all in. Now that you've seen this scene from the third person, you've seen it as a movie, you want to now step into the movie. You want to become the scene. So now step into it, fully immerse yourself into the scene. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? Most importantly, what are you feeling? How does it feel to live in the end? How does it feel to already have it now? Allow yourself to speak and lean into, relax into the feeling words that you wrote down earlier. Allow yourself to physically get a sense of this expansion. And allow your excitement to increase, your happiness to increase, your well-being to increase. Living in it now, feeling it now, enjoying it now. Let yourself smile, let yourself really take it in and embrace it. And let the colors be richer, brighter, stronger. Let the feeling get even more expanded, even broader, beyond your body, beyond any previous limitation. Allow yourself to increase in this feeling, in this knowing, in this confidence. It's already yours. You already are it. You already have it. And allow yourself to now get a deep sense of gratitude, deep sense of thankfulness, a deep thank you in your heart. And a deep sense of knowing and certainty that it's already yours. this is here, this is now. This energy is here and now. Allow yourself to vibrate in it even more, to embrace it even more, and allow all of your cells to fill with this energy, with this color, with these beautiful sounds. And allow yourself to expand even more and even more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, as yourself 2.0, as this new improved version of yourself, I'm going to now walk you out. You can keep these feelings with you as you come back to the present moment. 1, you can even see yourself leaving the movie theater, changed, happier, brighter. 2, 3, 4, 5, feeling great, feeling expanded. 6, feeling happy. 7, 8, 9, feeling strong, feeling confident, feeling wonderful. As 10, you can bring your attention back to the room and open your eyes. Okay, now while this energy, you're basking in this energy. Now, I know some of you are still coming back, so I want to give you just a moment to kind of make that adjustment. But what's really powerful is now that you're in that energy, now that you're still, again, maybe kind of oscillating between that and this present moment that you have been living in, this energy that you have been living in, the space that you're in now. What you can do is you can do that affirmation or that mantra that you just created. So you can take it a step further. Okay. So for example, like we did with the speaking, like if your goal was to become a Mind Valley presenter, for instance, you could now out loud in this plane say, I am confident, I am articulate, right? Whatever it is that you came up with. Now you may have seen that I used my arm just now. But what you want to do is it's the more that you use your body, the more that is expanded in your chest, that you say it, the more that you're really, I don't know, it's like putting a period or emphasis on what you just did. So if you're up to it, I'll invite you. I know, many of you guys are in different places and spaces, and some are more appropriate than others for this. But if you feel up to it, I'd invite you to now say with feeling your mantra or affirmation about this new you. With feeling, I really want to encourage you to take it a step further. Say it like you mean it, and you'll know you got the right statement if it really gives you a lot of energy. So if you say it and you're like, hell yeah, then that's the right statement for you. Okay, so go ahead. I'm going to give you a chance now. I'm watching your squares.
I'll say it.
Okay, you can stay muted, guys, by the way, but Sailesh, awesome. Yeah, please share.
Yes. So I've been working towards, there's a space that I have already found. It's just literally down the road. I wanted to create a meditation center. And within that, I will be creating the authentic Indian way, Hindu way of meditating. And one of the other things that I also do, as you know, is Taekwondo. And the theme that I have been working towards when my test comes in November 5th is to become the benevolent warrior. So that's me, the benevolent warrior, delivering all my presence, my love, my kindness to everybody that's joining in my Sangha in my meditation center.
So your statement is saying your statement with feeling is what? If you say it in an I am statement.
I am a benevolent warrior delivering love, passion, and compassion to the world. Brilliant.
And yeah, even if you say it while you pump your arms or do it, putting even more emphasis on it. Yeah, I mean, the more
Well,
the
you
better.
didn't see me flip just now?
Incredible. Thank you
you.
for sharing.